Welcome to Mysteries, Myths, and Legends. I'm Taylor.
I'm Savannah.
Welcome to the show. Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Happy Wednesday. I love our little intro. It makes me feel like we have we do have a show. This is the show.
We do, in fact. In case you guys didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, welcome to the show.
Yeah, welcome.
It never feels it never gets old doing it.
I know. I want to talk about something.
Okay.
This Snoopy t-shirt.
Yeah.
I want one so bad.
Same.
Okay.
So bad.
So, if you don't know, the Red Cross right now, if you donate blood, they're giving away a Snoopy t-shirt that says "Be cool, give blood."
I need it so bad.
And I want it, but it's like I'm actually kind of afraid to get to give blood.
See, I'm not afraid, but I can't.
Oh, really?
Because I'm anemic, yeah.
Oh, dang it.
I know. I literally, because I don't know if they did this at your high school, but at mine, there was like a blood drive every year. And if you gave blood, you could miss like all day of classes and you get like extra credit for like one class.
Oh.
So I obviously wanted to do that. But tragically found out I was anemic, so.
So you found out from the blood drive?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I still got to miss class because I was like trying to give blood,
Yeah.
So there's at least that.
Yeah. I did not have that at my school, and I've never given blood. I've gotten blood taken for like tests at the doctor or something.
Yeah.
But like I feel like that's not the same.
It's not the same at all.
Yeah. See, I'm like scared to do it. I don't know why.
Like at the doctor, you give way less than like when you're donating blood. Like when you're at the doctor, you give like 2 vials, like if that, But like when you give blood, it's like a whole pack of blood. Mm-hmm. So
why am I having deja vu? Have we talked about something like this before?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I mean, there's so many episodes at this point, but yeah. No, we definitely have. But not about the Snoopy shirt.
Yeah,
I want that Snoopy shirt so bad.
I know. They have it until April 23rd, or I guess until they run out. But
oh yeah, true.
So
well, if you can't give blood,
a little bit more time.
Go get the shirt because it's really cool. And honestly, if you don't want to, give it to me.
I know. Yeah, that would be great. And something else that's coming up is Earth Day.
Earth Day. Oh, we love Earth Day.
Wanted to announce that. I kind of forgot about it.
Same.
But it is on Saturday.
Saturday,
the 22nd. Yep.
Ooh, okay. So everybody better be outside if the weather permits, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my library books are due that day, so I might be at the library.
Well, take Earth Day and then go do something good for the earth. Like pick up some trash. I might go do like a little beach sweep.
Yeah, you should. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Honestly, I could just go to my front yard and pick up some trash. There's so much trash, just everywhere. God. Everywhere. I feel like, in general.
Yeah.
Just trash.
Yeah. Well, go out there and make the earth awesome. True. I don't know.
True. I was trying to be motivational for 3 seconds.
Yeah, I know. And then I didn't know what to say. So.
Yeah, me neither. Anyways.
Okay. Anyways.
Go rate and review us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, please. And follow and subscribe and, do all the things. All the good things.
Please. So I'm going to get into my story.
Let's do it.
This week, this one I had never really heard about, which is with a lot of the ones I do. But this one, this time I'm covering The Bus to Nowhere.
Interesting.
Have you heard of anything like it?
No, but sounds very spooky.
Yeah, it kind of is. It's like a weird paranormal type thing. So it is in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, which is like surprising that I didn't hear about this before.
Yeah, that is weird. Never came across The Bus to Nowhere, I suppose.
Yeah, no, I haven't. So in Pennsylvania, in Philadelphia, they have SEPTA buses.
Yeah.
That's the company. It's Southeastern Pennsylvania Transit Authority, but shortened to SEPTA. And there are over 1,000 buses in this area alone, like in the Philly area,
Oh,
which
wow.
is crazy. Yeah.
That is really crazy.
So the bus to nowhere is it is one of these buses, but it is very different from all of the other ones, as you will see as I go through some of this stuff. So this bus does not have an end destination. It travels only at night,
Oh.
kind of, sort of. The bus, it will pick up strangers that are at their lowest moments and who need to get away from their problems.
I need this bus to pick me up.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes we all feel like that. So you can get picked up on this bus, and then once you're ready to face the world, that's when you get off. And
Oh.
it could be hours or days or even years before you get off of
Oh,
this bus.
no. Oh,
Yeah.
no. Can I just say that this bus is reminding me of the SpongeBob episode where SpongeBob is trapped in rock bottom and is trying to catch the bus?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, kinda. Because it's like nighttime too.
When you said night bus, that's all I could think about.
Yeah. Yeah. And okay, so the fact that it could be like hours, days, or years that you're on this bus, I am pretty sure, like, since it says it only travels at night, the whole time you're on this bus, it's technically night, but it could be like days. It's just like weird circumstance, you know? It's
Very.
like a weird time
It's like kind of
thing.
outside of time, too.
Yes.
Like at the same
Yeah,
time.
yeah, it kind of is,
Weird.
which is very interesting. I love things with time travel and time
Same.
stuff. Yeah. Which reminds me, I went to watch Back to the Future again. I usually
If it's
I
one movie you're going to watch.
I know. I've been obsessed with this movie for so long, and I haven't watched it in a while, so I might
It's
need
time.
to get back to it. So, this bus, you can't really wait for it. It will just like show up when you need it, you know? And if it shows up, it won't actually stop for you unless you like wave it down.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So, you have to be
Willing.
desperate.
Yeah.
Is pretty much the thing. You have to be really desperate to get on it.
Yeah.
So if you like run after it and like start waving it down, the bus driver will see that and be like, okay, this person really needs to get on this bus. I'll let them on. So they that's like you asking permission to get on. You know, and you'll sort of feel this like feeling that you like need to, even though you might not know why, because it's like, why would I need to get on a random bus, you know?
Right. Yeah.
But you'll just have like a feeling in your gut when it comes by if you need to. Yeah. And if you choose to ignore this and don't get on the bus, you'll never get the chance again.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Better not miss that bus.
Yeah, if you really if you want a chance on it, then yeah.
Yeah.
If it comes by you, that'll be your one and only chance. So once you get on the bus, an automated voice will announce the name of the intersection where you're picked up, but it won't like say where you're going to get dropped off at, because, you know, there is no destination.
Yeah. You're not getting dropped off.
There is no fee to ride, so you get on and
Nice.
it's like free.
Nice. That's
So,
what I like to hear.
There's that, yeah. I guess for people who are like in a desperate situation, you might not even have money, so that's good. And some people will provide some money. They'll like take out some change in their pocket and give it. Or, you know, most people just don't pay anything. So on this bus, there are no identifiers, like, because most SEPTA buses will have like, you know, where they're going, you know, on like their screens. But on this one, it doesn't have anything, and there's like no routes or destinations displayed anywhere. It does have the SEPTA logo on it, but it is not listed on any maps or anything like official with the company. Like
Oh,
their
interesting.
register. Yeah, I know. It like their register of buses, like it's not on there. So
Hmm.
technically it doesn't exist, but
Technically.
you know. So there will be other passengers on this bus. You're not going to be on there all by yourself. So there's other people, but everybody is pretty much sitting in silence.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's sort of like in their thoughts, and they're hoping to get to a destination where their problems don't exist, or like, to figure out how to fix whatever situation they're in.
Mm-hmm.
You're just sitting there and thinking. So I don't know, like that's sitting and wallowing in your thoughts. Like, I don't know. How do you feel about that?
Hmm. Hmm. It doesn't sound like a good time, but I guess if you have nothing else going on for
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
we might as well get on the bus.
Yeah. Um, so as you're sitting there and, thinking about everything, if you do come to a conclusion and like want to get off the bus because you're like, okay, maybe it's not as hopeless as I think it is, then you'll pull the cord, because like there's like a cord that runs around the bus. So you pull it to like, alert the bus driver that you want to stop. So it's like the same as a normal bus. So you pull the cord when you're ready to get off and go back to the world.
Mm-hmm.
And you actually will leave behind some of the memories of this bus ride.
Oh, yeah. I kind of figured as much.
Yes. Yeah. So your thoughts and feelings, final destination, the faces of the passengers, and the face of the bus driver, all of those memories will pretty much be wiped from your mind when you leave the bus. Most sources say you forget like all the stuff, like everything, but some people do remember like the ride, but just not the other passengers or the bus drivers like faces.
Yeah.
But they remember like being on this bus and they're like, you know,
Yeah, I mean, obviously somebody had to remember it if we're telling the story.
exactly. Yeah, that's yeah.
At least
I
a
know.
little.
I was reading some of it and one thing I read said like, "Oh, you don't remember any of it." I'm like, "Well, then how is there this story out
Right?
here?" But yeah, there have been people out there that have like told their stories and they're like, "Yeah, I remember being on this." So when you get off of this bus, you will actually, most people, when they get off the bus, they will end up where they're meant to be, like mentally, like sort of better off.
Mm-hmm. That's really good.
It leads you to sort of an emotional salvation of sorts. Like it helps you with soul searching.
Mm-hmm.
So like this bus could be a good thing for a lot of people.
It sounds like, yeah, a lot of people, at least I know, need to take a ride on this bus.
Mm-hmm. So basically when you're on this bus, you get to like think about your whole life and where you went wrong and like why you're at your lowest point, right? And you can like forgive yourself or leave behind your regret, and choose not to be regretful of whatever happened. There is sort of like an asterisk that I saw that said like if it's something that's like really really bad, then like maybe you won't be forgiven, right?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
But if it's like something like in normal day-to-day life, like something that you regret doing,
Mm-hmm.
then that's different than like,
Murder. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, got it.
doing something actually awful. But anyways, so yeah, you'll sort of like leave behind your regret and you'll sort of snap out of a trance and then suddenly know that that's, time to get off the bus.
Oh,
So
that's
yeah,
cool,
if
honestly.
you think about it, like you're just sitting there like so miserable and then you're just like thinking about things and you snap out of it. You're like, "Wait, I'm fine. Like I can get off of here." So
That honestly sounds so nice.
it does. It really does. It really does. And I actually I feel like I've had like moments in real life like that. I don't know.
No, for sure. I mean, just like in general, not like getting off the. We gotta call it from now on, like getting off the bus moments.
Oh my gosh, yes.
But
It's like I'm on the bus.
I'm on the bus. I'm
That's
on
when
the
I'm gonna
bus.
text you when
Bad.
I'm sad.
Yeah. No, for sure. But I've had those moments too, like where I'm like, okay, I don't know why I'm worried about this right now. Like I don't really have to be.
Yeah, exactly. So for the most part, you are dropped off where you were picked up, but not necessarily at the same moment in time.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, do they realize like time has passed? Like probably.
Well, I was gonna say, so I think a lot of the time you will arrive like at the same exact time that you got on.
Oh,
So like it'll
okay.
still be night the same night that you got on.
Yeah, that
But
makes
like
sense.
time passed for you in your mind, you
Yeah.
know.
Mhm.
But you can also travel back in time.
No way.
Yes. So you could travel to a point in time before the events that led you to your like downward spiral.
So you can
You
like
know?
fix it.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. Have you seen Russian Doll?
Yes.
That's what that's giving.
It is. Oh my gosh. I was trying to think about what it reminded me of because I was like, I know there's some sort of
Mhm.
show or something. Yeah.
If y'all haven't
Yeah, it
seen that
kind of is.
show, go watch that on Netflix. It's so good.
I might watch it again. That was really good.
Mhm. I watched it again recently.
Yeah. Um so yeah, you can go back in time. I don't the bus sort of decides for you. You don't get to choose.
Love that.
It just happens. Yeah, I know. Love it. Um and this way you're able to fix your problem. So it all ends well. So
Mhm.
honestly, like this bus seems kind of like it's doing good for humanity.
Yeah.
Um So, accounts of this bus, like stories and stuff, some people online will, there's some other names for it. One of them is Bus Zero,
Ooh.
because, like, it doesn't have a number on it. And, all the buses, like, sort of have a number.
Yeah.
So, accounts of this Bus Zero, like, first appeared online in 2011.
Oh, okay.
So, somewhat recent,
Yeah, pretty
you know?
recent. Like very recent, honestly.
Mm-hmm. So it is unclear like where exactly these stories started, but somewhere on the internet. And people began confirming that it was real and like sort of started telling their stories of being on this bus. And all of the stuff that I just read is sort of like a summary of what a lot of people have said happened to them.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
So,
Wait, and so this is
interesting.
only in Philly, right?
Well, I'm about to get to that.
Okay.
So, yeah, people told their stories and like big changes happened in their lives, their things are looking up for them. And some people have mentioned that Philadelphia is not the only city.
Oh, okay.
So versions of this bus could exist and probably do exist according to some sources. In other cities and possibly in every city with a public transportation system,
Mm.
like anywhere in the world.
I'm ready to see that bus, baby.
I know. And, bringing it back to Russian Doll, like, she uses the subway and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I wonder if I feel like
She
that has
uses
the
the
same,
subway every single day.
yes.
Yeah,
So that sort of has, like, the same sort of energy to me.
definitely.
Especially since it's dark down there, you can't tell what time it is.
Yeah. And it's
Mm.
about time travel. Listen, we're not giving spoilers, but I'm telling you, they had to use this story as some kind of a background inspo.
Yeah. So yes, this could be in other cities, possibly. So if you are ever feeling hopeless in a city at night.
With a bus or
Yeah,
situation going on.
yeah, and you have the urge to get on a bus, then maybe do it, because maybe it is going to help you, you know, lead you to some sort of salvation.
Yeah. Listen, honestly, I like that. I was waiting for the pen to drop, like waiting for you to be like, well, and then if you stay too long, that's when the monster comes and gets you or something. But
Yeah, like there's not actually anything bad necessarily of this one.
yeah, listen, if
So,
I'm getting the gut feeling I need to get on a bus here soon, I'm getting on.
uh-huh, uh-huh.
Really.
So the other points I have at the bottom here is I said like this would be an awesome movie, and like you
Yeah,
already
it would
said
be.
Russian Doll. But yeah, it would be an awesome movie. And I did like a quick Google search, and some movies and like short films did show up, but nothing like super famous or anything. But I don't know, I might have to check something out. One
Yeah.
of
Also, we
those.
should maybe make the movie.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool.
We make our own The Bus to Nowhere. That's a
Yeah, we
great
could.
title. Like, what, guys? We need to get on that.
I know. Like, I'm surprised that there isn't anything. Maybe
Same.
there is and I missed it. I don't know.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. So that's the bus to nowhere. I don't know. I would probably get on it
Well, I would definitely get on it.
if I had the opportunity. That's like, I don't know. It just only seems good.
Exactly. Plus, I feel like I would just get on a random bus regardless. Like, not even thinking it was like a magical bus.
I know. Yeah, I've thought about that before too.
Like, I really
It's
would.
like we're like the girl in Journey. She took the midnight train going anywhere. We're taking the midnight bus going.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
That's same vibes, same vibes.
Same exact vibe. Well, I love that bus story. That's crazy. Now I'm going to be on the lookout because you know what? I see buses around here and I'm like, is it the bus? I need
Yeah.
to know.
I don't know if there's anything like with no markers or anything. Like no. Yeah.
Well, I definitely need to check that out. But I guess we can move along to my story this week.
Oh, okay.
So this week I am covering different myths and legends from Walt Disney World. Da-da-da.
Oh my gosh.
So I think we all probably know, if you don't know, now you know. Disney World is considered the quote unquote happiest place on earth, right?
Yes. Isn't that's just like their motto? Like they came up with that?
Yeah, they came up with
Or
that.
yeah,
Well,
okay.
I don't actually know if they came up with that or if like people said that, but it's definitely their motto now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoever wins the Super Bowl, what are we doing? We're going to Disney World. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
Disney World's big time. So, and I've been to Disney World twice, and I can confirm I had a wonderful time both times. What about
Yeah.
you,
I've
Savannah?
I've been twice as well.
Had great times
For marching band.
Yeah,
And
I went once for marching band.
yes, it was a great time.
Yeah.
I would go back.
Exactly, and me too. And so, the myths and legends I'm going to be talking about today, it's like specifically focusing mostly on Disney World in Florida in the United States. I know there's like a bunch of different Disney Worlds, but this one we're just going to stick to the Florida one this time. Maybe there's other ones in other Disneys though. I'll have to check that
That
out.
was the original Disney World, right? There was like Disneyland, I think, was first in
Yeah, that's what I was
California.
going to say. I think Disneyland is first, but that's not Disney World. So,
Yeah.
yes, I think it is the first Disney World. And, we all know like the happy, fun, magical side of Disney, but there is a darker side of Disney. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh no.
Okay, so before I get in, there's like literally a bunch of different ones. So some of them are short, some of them are long. They're all fun. So let's just jump on into it. The first legend is a pretty light one, okay? And it says that Disney World has a protective dome around it. What do we think?
Oh.
What are your first thoughts on that one?
The Simpsons.
Yeah, honestly.
Simpsons movie where they have the dome.
Yeah. Yeah, it's giving Under the
God.
Dome,
Yes.
the TV show. That was filmed in Wilmington. Shout out. But so this like protective dome theory basically says that it's like it literally has a protective dome around it specifically during the rainy season, which is between May and September. And basically people think that this quote unquote protective dome protects Disney World from bad weather because apparently you never have bad weather at Disney World. Um,
I don't know about that though, because I have definitely, like, it's definitely rained when I was there.
yeah, yeah. So my next point, however, this is pretty much immediately proven wrong because obviously it rains in Disney World.
Yes.
It rained when I was there one time, and I didn't even go during the rainy season. I went in January one time,
Yeah.
and it did rain for like half a day, and then the sun did eventually come out. But the rides were still operating in the rain, and I still had a great time. Like, because obviously I didn't care if I was getting wet.
Right. Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I was in Disney World, girl. I'm riding the rides.
Hmm.
So, the protective dome theory was proven false, but still funny. So, had to mention it. Um, but the next one is a little bit more eerie. Okay. So, this is not a myth, this is a fact. There is an abandoned water park in Disney, and it's called River Country. Did you know that?
What? No. Where is that?
Yeah. So it's like, so if you don't know like what Disney World looks like, it's like five, I think, or six or seven, I don't know, different parks that all make up Disney World. So like you have to go to different parks like to see like everything, kind of. It's a little bit confusing. But this abandoned water park is called River Country. It originally opened in 1976 and it was supposed to temporarily close in 2003 for maintenance. But unfortunately, it never reopened. And there's a bunch of myths and legends surrounding why it didn't reopen and like what could have been the cause. So
Huh.
basically, Disney came out and said that, they had to close it temporarily due to maintenance, but it never reopened because at that time that it closed down, they had two other water parks that like did way better than River Country. So they were like, it won't be worth the money if we reopen it, so we might as well just close it. Um, but I don't really know about that. That's the official statement from Disney. I don't really know if I believe that. We'll come back to that. It's important to know that River Country was the first water park that Disney opened. The main like focal point of the park was this man-made like mountain, and it had slides like winding around this huge mountain. And this is crazy. To like fully immerse the guest, they literally brought pebbles from Georgia, North, and South Carolina to like fill the bottom of River Country's main pool at the bottom. Like they
Oh.
literally brought rocks. I'm like, girl, you didn't have to get the rocks and
There's
travel them.
rocks in the bottom of one of the pools.
Yeah, so because it's called like River Country, like everything, just imagine like it was made to look like a little dirty, a little out in the country.
Yeah.
So like they wanted to like make it seem like it was a river, like a real river with like rocks in the bottom of it.
Did they make the water dirty?
No,
Okay.
well,
Good.
well,
Oh, oh.
we'll come back to that too.
Okay. Okay.
Um, okay. Also, I want you to guess how much it costs to get into the water park. I'm just gonna go
Oh.
ahead and say like right now to get into any single park at Disney World, it's like $250 per person,
Wait,
and that's
are
only
you
like
saying?
that's today. So I'm
Yeah.
asking you to guess back then in what year was it? 1976.
Well, tickets were way cheaper then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they sure were. They sure were. It was
$50?
$4,
Oh, $4.
$4
Oh my God.
for adults, and $3 for kids, which today is respectively $18 and $13.
Huh.
So, yeah, that's crazy to think now. It's like $250. But, so this attraction was
Which,
like,
okay, I'm just gonna say right here that
mm-hmm.
Disney prices like are absurd.
Disney gonna
I
come after you.
swear, like
No, I'm
when
kidding.
we went back in the day, like when I went in, I think I went once in high school and once maybe in middle school, and I feel like it did not cost that much.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
it did, but not. They
no,
like
for
skyrocket
sure.
the prices.
For sure. Like
I don't
after
know.
COVID, like things got definitely worse.
Yeah.
But I remember like when I went, I think it was like 150 to go into the
Um.
parks.
Well, maybe it was. I
But
don't
like
know. I
that's I feel
guess.
like normal for today.
Yeah.
It's
I
still
guess
insane. Like
I
a
probably wasn't
lemonade
paying for it.
for sure. Well, I definitely paid for it, but like the lemonades are like $15. Like that's ridiculous. Like
Yeah.
any meal you're buying, it's like $50.
Yeah.
It's really crazy. Really, really crazy.
But anyways, yes, they used to be $4 and $3.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
$4 and $3, like really, really insane. So because of the price and just because like Disney World was popping, it's always popping, but it was definitely popping back then too. This attraction was super popular, like when it was open. Even like when the other parks opened, it was still popular. Like people wanted to go here. But like I said, officials say that it was closed down for maintenance. Okay. But there are other stories as to why it could have like the real reason it closed down for good. The first being, okay, the first and most important in my opinion, is that allegedly River Country closed because a patron died after being exposed to a brain-eating amoeba in Bay Cove pool.
Oh my God. Wait, I really had a feeling you were going to say somebody died, but I was not thinking brain-eating amoeba. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
That's real river country. Right there.
it is real River Country. So what's really wild, okay, is that is actually true. Somebody did die.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Somebody did die in River Country from a brain-eating amoeba. But the issue with that is that that person died in the late 80s and they didn't close the park till 2003. So we can confirm that that's not the reason that it closed,
Yeah.
but that's really bad. Okay.
Yeah, how did that happen?
So how did that happen? You might just ask that question.
Yeah.
So the specific pool that this person was in, the Bay Cove pool, as I said, they were trying to make this River Country Park like real river and real country. Okay. So in the specific pool of Bay Cove, they used real lake water from Bay Lake, which apparently is like close to there.
Oh my God.
So that explains the amoeba and how it got there. It's literally from lake water. There's amoebas, all kinds of amoebas in the lake water.
Dirty lake water.
Dirty. So yes, that pool is dirty. But not all of them were. I think the rest of them were regular water, like not transferred lake water. So,
Do they like that? You probably don't know the answer to this. Do they like filter it at all? I guess not. I don't know.
I guess not. Like, because we have to think this is the 70s. So, well, I guess it was the 80s when this person.
That's just crazy. Oh my
And then that happened. Yeah, I don't know. It's really crazy. It's so insane. But, so, like, even though, like, I don't know why. I feel like it's so weird. I feel like it's such a weird conspiracy theory that, like, they haven't done anything with this park, okay? Today, as we are speaking, River Country is still at Disney World. They didn't tear it down. It's still completely up, but it's just ruins now. Like, it's, like, overgrown grass and stuff. So some people assume that this could mean, like, Disney has plans to restore it at some point, because why else would they just leave it there? You know?
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
there have been other parks that have came and gone from Disney World,
yeah.
but not this one. I don't know. It's a little weird. But because this is like so popular and so known of a fact that like River Country is there, some people, specifically YouTubers, have tried to like sneak their way to go see River Country.
Oh,
So there might be some YouTube videos online if you want to check them out. But honestly, like whatever you do, nobody try to go see River Country because people have gotten hurt, people have gotten arrested. And at the very least, if you go to see River Country and get on the actual island, you will permanently be banned from Disney World for life. And that is not something you want to have on your conscience.
oh, that sucks.
Not me, anyway.
Wait, on the island?
Yeah, it's an island that can only be gotten to by boat.
Wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
Did you tell me that part?
No, I don't think so.
It's an island. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, it is an island. Sorry, missed that part.
So
But-
what if you were gonna go to it back in the day?
Well, back in the day, they had like constant boats. Like, so I don't know if when you
Okay.
were at Disney World, like they have water taxis, because there's a bunch of places that can only be accessed by boat there.
Oh,
Like the mall.
maybe I don't remember that part. I
Like
don't
there's
know.
a bunch. Like I'm
It's
trying
been
to
a
think of
while.
all the weird places in Disney. Like I'm not talking about Magic Kingdom. I'm not talking about like any of the big parks. There's like
do-
little ones.
Yeah, I remember being on a boat there,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, that's how you
I don't
got
remember
to
the
it
details.
back in the day.
Okay.
And, the water taxis are still used. But I was going to tell you guys, if you do want to see a little glimpse of River Country IRL and you're in Disney World, apparently if you take the right-sided water taxi, you can see it on the, like, wherever that right side taxi goes. So
Oh, huh. Okay.
maybe if you're on that, be on the lookout because you can see a little glimpse of the ruins of River Country. So crazy. Absolutely crazy. But moving on from River Country to another legend. Okay. This one is that human remains are in the ride The Haunted Mansion.
Oh my God. What?
Yeah.
I don't know about
Well,
that.
this one's
Oh,
true.
what the,
This one's
Taylor,
true.
what?
This one's true.
There's no
No,
way.
yeah, it is true. So we know, Disney World, it's a big place. People want to go for so many different reasons. Like people get engaged there, people get married there, birthdays, any kind of thing going on, let's go to Disney World
Yeah.
to celebrate. So, what I'm about to tell you, it actually did start as a myth, but then turned out to be true in the end. Okay? So, rumor has always had it that ever since the Haunted Mansion ride opened, that like people thought that there were dead bodies, like real dead bodies buried like in the ride. Okay?
Yeah.
So, that luckily, at least as far as I know, is not true. But how the myth has turned true is that every year human ashes get scattered in Disney World, and the most popular ride to do that on is the Haunted Mansion.
Oh my gosh.
So apparently like hundreds of people scatter ashes in the Haunted Mansion specifically, but all around the park.
Oh my gosh. I bet it's actually haunted now.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That's
And
crazy. Oh my God. I never would have thought that.
yeah, me neither.
Like,
What? Listen, I'm all about being a Disney adult. I would even classify myself as a Disney adult, but please do not put my ashes on the Haunted Mansion ride.
yeah, no, no, no. No,
That's a
thanks.
little OD. Like, come on. That is crazy.
Oh my gosh.
So you said maybe Haunted Mansion is haunted, right? Well, I don't know about the Haunted Mansion, but there are some attractions that are supposedly actually haunted. Okay. Specifically three of them. The Tower of Terror, the Pirates of the Caribbean, and It's a Small World.
Okay.
So all three
I
of
knew
those
you were
rides.
going to say Tower of Terror.
Yeah, of course. And arguably, like, those are like the three best rides. At least three of the very top.
Well, they changed the Tower of Terror, though. It's
In
called
Florida?
something else. Yeah.
I knew they were working on it, but I didn't know it was open. But it was supposed to be Guardians of the Galaxy. Regardless, it's still the
Yeah.
same ride.
Yeah, I think
Just
it's,
like,
I think
it
it is
just
now.
looks different,
Yeah.
Um,
Did you, okay, side note, did you ever watch the movie Tower of Terror?
yes, I did.
I loved that
Oh,
movie, and
I was
nobody would,
obsessed.
like, whenever I said that to people, like, nobody would even know what I was talking about.
What? Okay, I can't lie. I didn't know the first time I went to Disney World, but once I rode the Tower of Terror, like probably 100 times back to back, I realized that they were showing like clips of it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Like in the
I
line waiting.
I don't know if I paid attention when I went on it.
Well, they were also showing like the Twilight Zone, but also clips of the movie. So I then went and watched it
Okay.
after.
Also, you can hear a little beeping in the background. Sorry, everybody. Like
How
my neighbor. I don't know if you can
could
hear it.
you beep in the background of
Can you
my?
hear that?
No, I can't hear it.
Oh, okay. Well, if anybody out there can, it's like I live near a one of my neighbors has like a tow truck, and it'll just beep
What?
randomly because they're getting
They're
into their
backing up.
driveway.
Wow.
Yes,
That's
it's so
annoying.
annoying.
So annoying.
But anyways, back to our story.
Hey, but if you ever need a tow, at least you know somebody.
Yeah, true. But yeah, Tower of Terror. I think when I went to Disney the first time, I was like scared to get on that ride.
It's scary.
Yeah,
Okay, it is a scary ride.
yeah.
Ooh, I will never forget how bad my stomach dropped the first time I rode it. I was like, I'm gonna puke for real.
Oh my god.
I didn't though, but
Good.
it's such a good ride. So, apparently, the Tower of Terror is haunted by somebody that used to work there,
Oh my god.
which just sucks. I can't imagine. I've heard, okay, Disney, don't come for me. I've heard really bad horror stories from people who have worked at Disney, and that it's like actually horrible to work for Disney. So that just makes it even more sad. Like, I hope this person liked their job at least,
Yeah, and that actually reminds me of the movie.
Oh my gosh, yes. Oh
You
my,
know?
wait, that's crazy. I wonder, is this just part of the ride? I don't know, but let me see. I lost my spot. Oh, okay. So they don't apparently like all of these like ghost stories that I'm about to tell are all coming from like workers there, and they're called cast members at Disney World. So I'm gonna call them cast members from here on out, but that just means workers.
Okay. Yep.
So the cast members say that like this ghost, he doesn't really have a name, and he's not really mean, but he definitely like makes his appearance known, but only to other workers is what they say. So like that's interesting. Like they'll turn off the lights like once they're closed or whatever. Like I don't know, just some
Oh,
little,
so they're like helping?
well, like flickering, not really turning off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not really helping, but not really hurting either. So, um, so yeah, there's that ghost. And then on the Pirates of the Caribbean, if you've never been on it, there are a lot of like really, really real looking animatronics.
Yeah.
Like the most real looking. They scare me, honestly. That ride is more scary than the Haunted Mansion to me because of how real they look. Ew, their animatronics are so crazy. Like I know they have that Spider-Man one now that literally does a flip in the air. Have you seen that?
Oh, no.
Like it's a robot that flips from one building to the next building. It's insane. It's really insane. So yeah, these look really real. And let's see here. Okay, this is a little side myth to the story, okay? There is also a myth that has nothing to do with the ghost of this ride, but that because the animatronics look so real, there's a myth that Johnny Depp himself will dress up as Jack Sparrow and like sit in the ride and pretend to be the animatronic. And I'm like, why is that a myth? Because I know it really does look like him for real, but why would he go sit in a ride and wave to people?
Yeah.
He
I
wouldn't.
mean, I don't know.
I wouldn't.
I heard, okay, I have heard some things about this ride, and that I heard that like the animatronics are like life size,
They are.
which is crazy because it's like they're far away on the when you're on the boat, the little boats, but they're actually like life size people.
I really
which
don't
is
like
crazy.
it. They look so
And
creepy.
and is it true that wasn't this ride built before the movies? So it's like the movies were based off of this ride.
Wait, is that true?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think this is a really old ride.
I know it's a really old ride, but I didn't realize it was before the movie.
Yeah,
That's
because I remember like finding that out and being amazed because I was like, what? Like, why would they? Why? What?
that's so crazy. That's so weird.
And I wonder if that's the same with Tower of Terror too. You know?
Well, that's a good point. Yeah, we need to look some more things up about Disney World
I
because
know. I'm about to Google it.
I need to know. Well, along with the creepy animatronics and maybe possibly Johnny Depp being on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, there's also a ghost, and his name is George.
Ooh.
So cast members say that like they have to greet him daily, or he'll get mad.
Oh my gosh.
But that he's like a pretty chill ghost, you know. So literally just before every shift, every day, they'll be like, "What's up, George? Hi, George." Everybody has to say hi, George. And then they go along their day, and George doesn't bother them. But if they forget, apparently he's like been known to like stop the ride, like a bunch of technical difficulties, lights, weird stuff. So like you got to say hi to George. Honestly.
So I did actually look up the Pirates of the Caribbean though. So the ride opened in Magic Kingdom in 1973.
Okay.
The
Well,
first movie came out in 2000.
yeah. The second you
yeah.
even said 19, I said, okay.
I know, yeah. So yeah, the movie and all the sequels based on the ride, which is like, what?
Okay.
They really did that.
Okay, but here's what I want to know. Were the animatronics, they had to make the animatronics after they made the movie.
No, it was the same.
What?
Johnny Depp, like they just made him look like that.
What? No, that is so much worse.
I
That is so much
Worse.
worse. It is so much creepier. Ew, I'm going to throw up. I can't even think about that. That's so weird. Disney World, that is so weird.
That's so fun. No, I like it. I think it's cool. I'm a fan.
It just makes me scared of the ride because I'm like, ew. I don't know. Just ew. That's so weird. Anyway,
Yeah.
moving
Yeah,
on
anyways.
from the Pirates of the Caribbean to a different legend. Moving away from the ghost. So apparently there is a hidden city underneath Magic Kingdom. And this legend has been proven true.
What?
if not by me, because I've been under there.
What?
So, before I get to my personal story, there is a secret network of interconnected tunnels that's all around Magic Kingdom or underneath. And it has like a bunch of different access points to like all the main points of the park.
Does that count as a city?
So, no, that's what it says. Like, pretty much no. But like, it is like they do have rooms down there. Like, it kind of is. Not like a full city. I would just say, like, I don't know how to describe it other than like a city, I guess. But there are rooms and stuff, for people to change and stuff like that. But basically, like, these tunnels are only used to get, like, cast members around quickly. And also, like, for food deliveries and garbage disposal. So, like, guests don't ever have to see that. And I was like, now that I think about it, I never saw them taking out the trash once. And it's because they're using these tunnels. That's so smart.
Yeah.
To preserve the magic. So smart. So, when I went down there, I went to Disney World the first time for marching band because I was marching in the parade in Magic Kingdom. Too. And we had got there late because our bus had broken down like on the way.
Oh.
And so the parade had already started. It was very stressful. And they needed to get us quickly to where we needed to be. So we like went under and just like, I was not under there very long. Okay. It was very short, but we were like running to try to get to where we needed to be. So I did go under there, and it is true. Got to see some things.
Okay, I did the parade in Magic Kingdom as well. When did you go?
When I went in 2012.
Okay. I might have went around then too, because my band, we went like the week of like Valentine's and President's Day. That's when they would schedule it every year.
Oh, see,
like around President's Day.
We went. I remember ours was like in April because we couldn't go to prom.
Oh, that stinks.
Yeah, so some people didn't end up going because they wanted to go to prom instead. And I'm like, y'all are crazy if you want to go to prom over Disney World for a whole week.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
But then again, I had another prom because I was only like I don't remember what grade I was in.
Yes,
but I had multiple proms I could attend.
Yeah. But I was just thinking, like, what if we were in the same parade and didn't know?
Yeah, that would be really crazy. That would be so... I mean, I feel like it's already crazy that we both, like, were in the parade. I know we were in the same parade.
Yeah, that's but really just crazy. Different times, I guess.
Yeah, so. That's fun. Haha. We basically worked at Disney World. But, no, I just will say about the tunnels, they're just very basic. But I felt special, at least knowing I got to go down there, you know.
Yeah, I didn't get to go. So that's cool.
Honestly, it was a very stressful situation, but we did it, and we conquered it. So, moving on, I have two more. This one's a little short, but definitely the darkest one, in my opinion. Well, maybe. We'll see. This myth is that, quote, no one ever dies at Disney.
I've heard this one.
So this one's dark. So the saying is that, you know, nobody dies at Disney. It's the happiest place on earth. And Disney sticks by that. Like, they're like, yeah, nobody dies at Disney. That's what they say. And it is true. But honestly, for a really grim reason. So, of course, they don't want to associate, like, death with, like, the happiest place on earth. But obviously, this is a theme park with dangerous rides. And the weather in Florida is really hot. So, like, accidents happen everywhere. So if somebody is dying inside the park, they will do everything in their power to get you off of Disney property so you can die not on Disney property. And they have like special doctors to come out and like call a time of death like right outside of Disney property. So
that is really grim.
It's really dark. So, of course they say like Disney will never declare a death in the park, but of course it has happened. As I said, accidents happen and like other life things happen. And honestly, like you can't just say nobody's going to die here. Like, at a place that big, it's crazy.
Well, yeah, you started off saying that your first one said that somebody died from a brain-eating amoeba. Did they die on property?
They didn't die on the property, though.
Okay.
Yeah. Most of the people that I've talked about that's like didn't die on Disney.
Well, what about the ghost worker?
Yeah, he didn't die in Disney either.
Oh my gosh.
But I do have a story of somebody who did die at Disney, just for you, Savannah, because I knew you were going to ask.
Okay. Yep.
There was a lady who went to ride. She literally went to ride Haunted Mansion like the first day it opened. She was like, I'm going to ride it. And she actually got so scared of the ride that she had a heart attack and died in the ride.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now, not to judge this lady at all, like rest in peace, but I don't think that it's that scary. But
I was gonna
it's
say
like a really long time ago when it opened. So
I was gonna say, yeah, like I'm not judging, but I'm judging.
yeah, like I'm so sorry to this woman. But like honestly, she probably had other like health concerns, other things going on that led up to that. Like it's not she did not literally get scared to death, you know? That's just what I said.
I see this connects back to a story I have because I basically was scared to death on a ride in Disney.
What ride?
No, not actually, but this is actually a time I went to Disneyland in California when I was like 5 years old, so I barely remember it. But what I do remember, like this is the only thing I remember about going, is that there was a ride. I think it was like the Nightmare Before Christmas. It was a ride for that.
Okay.
And I was so scared of it. And there was like one of the, like maybe the waiting room before you get into the actual ride. It had like the boogeyman or whatever come on the speaker, and then they turn the lights off. And I like was so scared. I still remember to this day how scary it was.
Listen, I can't lie. Nightmare Before Christmas used to scare me when I was a kid.
Yes,
like it's a little scary. It's a little dark. That's what Tim Burton will do for you. It's a little dark.
Yeah. Yeah, so I didn't die, but I was almost scared to death. So.
Listen, I can see how that could be scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways.
Well, glad you didn't die in Disney World. We would hate to see that happen.
Well, Disneyland.
Well, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, all of these stories that I've told this far, you know, they've been pretty fun, pretty light, minus the death one. Forget about that one. But the biggest legend, and I would probably say the most popular that I had ever heard about Disney World, is the reason why I wanted to cover this topic to begin with. I knew there was a bunch of stuff going on, but this is like the main reason. So, that legend is that Walt Disney himself, in one way or another, is on the property to this day. Mm-hmm. So, if you don't know, Walt Disney died December 15th, 1966. Okay, pretty long time ago. So clearly, that legend is saying in some way or another, his body is still on the grounds of Disney World. Now, this legend, you know, it takes it a bunch of different ways. Some people believe that he is simply buried somewhere in the park, like his physical body is somewhere buried on the park. But the one that I grew up my entire life hearing was that Walt Disney's body was cryogenically frozen on Disney World, like on the site, so that he could hopefully be revived at some point in the future. Because Walt Disney did believe that like cryogenically freezing people, like you could wake them up at some point in time if you did that. So, you know, that's not out of the realm of possibility because he did believe that could happen. He's still not awake yet, so clearly we haven't figured out that technology yet. But others think that his head, like just simply his head, is the like one of the bust in the Haunted Mansion ride, but like that is his real head. Now he does have a bust in the Haunted Mansion ride, but some people believe that like his actual head is inside that head. Which I don't know if I believe that one, but yeah, I mean it could be. I don't know. I haven't cracked the bust open.
I don't know about that one. But I have heard about this theory that, like, he is somewhere. But I imagine him to just be, like, in one of those tunnels or something, like, down underneath
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So, like, the one that I believe is the one about him being completely frozen. And, like, so the people that believe that he is, like, like, underneath, like, in the tunnels, like, there's a secret vault, secret rooms for his little frozen body. And I know it sounds really crazy. Like, if you haven't heard this theory, I know I sound crazy saying I believe that. But we have evidence, okay? We have a little evidence. So, keep in mind, right now we're specifically talking about Walt Disney's head or body, both, being somewhere frozen, like somewhere in the park, okay? So, it was very popular, like, I heard about this the first time in middle school. I don't know when you did, Savannah. But like that, like the idea that he was frozen in Disney World,
Yeah.
I heard that in middle school, and I've been hearing about it ever since. So I remember like that was like one of the first conspiracy theories I ever listened to, like ever, like I think my whole life. Like when I heard that, I was like, that is so crazy. And then I kind of forget about it for a couple years. It's only so crazy. I moved on from his little frozen body.
I know.
So like the conspiracy theory kind of took a back seat for a while, at least until 2013. And 2013 was the year that Disney released its very popular movie, Frozen. So,
Oh, yes, 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 yes. I
so,
have heard this too.
so what comes up when you Google Frozen today? If you Google Frozen right now, you're going to find Olaf, Anna, Sven, all the characters of the Frozen movie. But
Yeah.
before 2013, when you Googled Walt Disney Frozen, all you get is hundreds of websites talking about how Walt Disney's body is frozen underneath the park.
See, that I can definitely see how they probably did try to cover that.
Like
Like
they
if it's true or not, it's bad press for them. Either
facts.
way.
That is so facts. And it's true. Literally the reason I even believed it is because not only like that's a really big coincidence, okay? They're going to name the movie Frozen. That's like, they did that on purpose. But what makes it even more believable to me is that like the movie Frozen is already a Disney movie. Like the whole plot of Frozen is already a Disney movie called Ice Princess. I don't know if you know that.
Oh,
It's
no.
like the same movie, but they just remade it with different characters. But it's like the same exact concept. Like the Ice Princess is literally Elsa. So why remake the movie? People remake movies today like doing live action instead of cartoon. But like this is like the same exact story, same exact movie, but you're going to call it Frozen? Seems a little bit too coincidental to me.
Yeah, a little bit.
But allegedly, Walt Disney was cremated and interred in Glendale, California at Forest Lawn Memorial Park. So if you believe that that's really what happened to his body, you can still go to Forest Lawn Memorial Park and see where his body, quote unquote, is buried.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. But even if that is the truth, it's not like there's a body we can dig up to see because he was cremated. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah, yeah.
a little weird.
They really covered their tracks.
They really covered their tracks. And so all I gotta say is I kind of believe his body might be frozen under Disney World somewhere. Really, I know that sounds crazy, but I actually really might believe a little bit into that.
Yeah, I don't know.
He had the money to do it. I'll tell you that
Yeah.
right now. If anybody did during that time, it was him.
Yeah.
I don't
But
know.
do you think it's under Disney World? Because, like, okay.
Yeah, I
when
know,
did
that's
it
a great
open
point.
versus,
Oh, like Disneyland versus Disney World.
yeah, Disney World opened October 1st, 1971.
Okay.
I think that's what it's saying on here.
Yeah, I think so because the water park opened in 73 and that was like very new to like the park.
Right. So 1971, and he died in 66,
Oh. Well,
right? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Well,
Well, I
yeah,
mean,
he
I
did
guess
die
he
in
could have.
66.
I guess he
But
could have been
he could have been
frozen
moved.
that whole time.
Yeah, he
and
could
then
have
they
been
moved him.
Yeah.
But would they move him across the country?
Like maybe because what if like his okay, because you also have to think about California. Like Disneyland is only one big park, and Disney World is like a bunch of different big parks grouped into one. So like, what if they just ran out of room underneath the California one? They're like, we got to move him to the Florida one. There's way more room. We can build him this whole new room. And that's kind of what I believe is that like when they built Disney World, they built that stuff underneath it, like maybe for that reason, I don't know. I just don't know.
A lot to think about.
Definitely. But don't go looking for his head under Disney because they're not going to let you down there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is the different myths and legends about Disney World.
That's crazy. I love the abandoned water park one. I feel like I need to do like a deep dive
Oh yeah,
into that more.
We'll definitely post pictures of that because that's like probably the most thing I would want to see is
Yes.
River Country.
Yeah. See, now after this, I'm just gonna look up videos of abandoned places.
No, literally, you have to. Just honestly, just do River Country. It's
Yeah.
so crazy.
Did you find any
Oh yeah,
good
I have
ones?
already watched them because I
Okay.
had already known about that. There are like a bunch of other like conspiracy theories and hauntings and legends surrounding like that park, but like some of them are just so off the wall. Like you think the ones I told are off the wall? Mm-mm. There's way more crazy ones out there. Like I could probably do a part two, but we'll see about that fact.
If River Country were open, would you go to it?
Oh, honestly, I can't. I would. I don't know how I feel about water parks. Like
Okay.
when I'm going to Disney World.
Yeah, that's true.
So like, cause I've been to Disney World, I never went to any water park there. I never been to any water park other than like Wet and Wild, cause I'm like I can go to Wet and Wild at any time, and they have every ride I could ever want.
Yeah, that is true.
So I probably wouldn't. Also, I'm not swimming in lake water. Sorry, I wouldn't do that anytime. Would not
See,
do that.
that's basically what I was asking.
Yeah,
If
no.
it,
Also, I don't
like,
want to step on rocks. Pebbles from North Carolina? Girl, I'm from North Carolina. I don't need to step on the red rocks. I'm good.
you're right. That's true.
Would you go to River Country?
I don't know.
Like, because you have to think about how much money you're going to have to pay to go there. Like, so much money.
But also, okay, if you think about like when they first opened, like just Disney in general, and like how in like the 70s the safety regulations were not
Not.
nearly as it was not nearly as safe as it is today.
Definitely
and it's
not.
still not 100%.
Definitely not.
But like it was way worse then. So like that's another question. Would you go to like Disney World back in the 70s?
Well, that's 100% yes. Like, if I was
You
living
would?
in the 70s, like to me, like, if 2023 Taylor would go, no. But if I
That's
was
what I'm
like from the
saying.
night, oh, then no.
Yeah,
No,
like if
no.
you knew, knowing what you know now, like go back in time.
Oh, no, no, no. I don't want no brain eating amoeba, Savannah.
I mean, I feel like it could be cool to go back just to Disney World back then, but like I would have to keep in mind, like, listen, like I can't go on some of these rides because they're probably too dangerous.
Yeah, and don't forget the amoeba.
Yeah, see, yeah, maybe I wouldn't go to
Like,
the water
that's a
park.
really big problem for me.
I wouldn't go there.
But let's say they are saving the ruins to bring it back one day. Will you go in the future if they reopen River Country? Because I definitely will.
Maybe.
I definitely would, because they would have to open it with all the safety regulations. So I would feel way more comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't know. Honestly, I don't think they're ever going to open it again. I think the
don't think so
idea is
either.
just like too far gone. Like I don't think anybody wants to go to River Country.
No.
You know?
I think if they're gonna do something with it, they're gonna redo it.
Facts. Like we can just go to Typhoon Lagoon and be happy
Right. Exactly.
there. We don't have to go to River Country.
Uh-huh.
But anyways, definitely go check out our Instagram so you can see pictures.
Yeah,
From
you're
this
making
week.
me want to go to Disney now.
Now I just want to go to Disney World. Guys, sponsor us so we can go to Disney World.
Yes, please.
But go rate and review us on Spotify podcast. I mean, no, Spotify and Apple podcast. Always get them mixed up.
Yes.
But that's really all I have for you guys this week. What about you, Savannah?
That is it.
Okay, well, I guess we will see you guys next week.
All right, cue the music.